Okay, yo, welcome back to the. I don't even know what episode it is, bro. I think it's like 16 or 17 at this point with the SlashMMR podcast. And, last month, or actually, it's 17th episode. Last month, I had to record the episode a bit earlier than usual because I actually was going on vacation. If you guys have kept up with that, I went to Japan for 3 weeks. And, so I recorded about like a week before I usually record it. And it was like the worst timing ever because in that 1 week, so much stuff had suddenly happened, and I was just like literally across the fucking world because I live in the Netherlands, right? And all the way to Japan is like 13-hour flight, which is quite a long fucking time. Anyways, so a lot of stuff fucking happened, and most notably, stuff with MrBeast. We'll get into that in a second. So yeah, that was basically it was very, very wild. Yeah, let's get into the first topic, man. Japan. Now, I'm not gonna discuss my whole trip here in detail because that would just take like way too fucking long. I think I'll end up making a separate video on it whenever I'm like bothered to do that. I mean, I was supposed to do it a few weeks ago. I was gonna do that, but I just got lazy. Um, so I don't know when I'll do that yet, but I'll at some point because I made a lot of pictures and videos, of course, and I'll just put everything together and kind of talk about everything at some point in a separate video. But yeah, I mean, it was very cool. I mean, the flight was atrocious because it's just super long, and I'm not really a good sleeper, so I can just like sleep in the fucking plane. There's one guy in the on the way there who was sitting in front of me, like some Asian kid, and he literally slept the whole way through. Like that guy was just nonstop sleeping. I don't know how he did it. It must be some kind of superpower or something, but it was fucking wild. So I mean, yeah, I wish I was that guy that could just sleep the whole way through. I mean, it was kind of crazy because we did have of course, blanks and stuff. Because I never really flown that far before. Usually, I always just have short flights, but to Japan, I mean, if you're on like a plane that goes very long, you usually have stuff like blankets, and also you even had like a TV screen that we had, and of course, there's also a little bit more space for your legs, so it's a bit more comfortable for the whole 13 hours. Um, so, anyways, we could also, yeah, once again, as I said, we had a screen, so we could also watch movies on there. I didn't really watch anything, but my parents did watch some stuff, so I kind of like have like watched along with them because they were just sitting next to me and the fucking screens on the whole time, so I was kind of like just looking as well. So yeah, I saw a couple movies too, and yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about the plane flights. And eventually, we did land in Tokyo, which was the first location. I went to quite a few places. Probably like about like seven, maybe. I don't even know. We were there for like 2.5 weeks. Tokyo, Osaka. I don't even know all the names, but also that one place near like Mount Fuji. And yeah, I mean it was a W trip, man. It was a really good trip. Also, I was also at an island, which was like which I don't even know what it's called, but there was like deers there. So basically, it was just like an island with deers, and they just lived there normally. I think that was yeah, I think that was near Osaka actually. No, no, it was not. It was near Hiroshima actually. That was it, Hiroshima. That I was there too, because of course Hiroshima it has the bombing, right, World War II bombing. Nagasaki also had that, but I never see that talked about that much compared to Hiroshima. But yeah, I was there at Hiroshima, and close to Hiroshima was that deer island where literally just deers literally just lived among the people. Like we had to get there by boat. It was a small boat trip, and then we were just there, and there was things like just deers just chilling, just literally just walking around the fucking streets. And it was really cool to see. But then after that, we did go to the Hiroshima Memorial Museum thing, which we saw some stuff about the bombing, and it was wild. It was a very wild museum. And we even saw like we actually walked through the fucking city, and there's like this one like a building that's still standing that would like survive the bombing kind of. We also saw that. So I mean, what happened there? It was crazy, man. It was really that museum was wild. And someone randomly threw up in the museum. Like we were just chilling, and some woman randomly started throwing up. I don't even know. Maybe she was sick, or maybe because like the images, because there were some cruel images there, bro. There was literally like people with like skin off their face. Because I mean, the radioactive stuff is crazy, man. Like the whole bombing was insane. But I'm not gonna go into too much detail because once again, it's a pretty wild topic. But yeah, and that's one of the places I went to. Once again, also Tokyo several times, twice because we went there on the flight back as well. So we stayed there for like a couple of days before the flight as well. So both at arrival and whenever we left. Also one of the things that we went to was Nintendo World. I think that was in Osaka. And you basically had like this whole Universal Studios thing, and then part of that was also like Nintendo World. And I actually played Mario Kart IRL. That was kind of fun. Let's think. What else did we do there? Oh yeah, at the Universal Studios thing, we also had like a Jaws attraction. I mean, it was a pretty cool place, right? It was massive. There was all sorts of fucking buildings and stuff. You even had like a Minion section. But yeah, once again, I'm gonna go into more details on everything with pictures and videos on a separate YouTube video whenever I get to that. Probably like within the next 2 months, hopefully. But yeah, Japan trip, man, it was very cool, very beautiful. Saw a lot of cool stuff. And I definitely highly recommend, man. Although the plane flight was kind of trash because it was just way too long. But maybe actually, I don't know. I don't know how. I was gonna say maybe if you live closer, it's not that bad. But most of my viewers are from Europe or America, I think. But I don't even know how far a plane flight from America to there is. I think it's probably would be about the same. Which actually, now that I think about it, I did actually fly over America at some point, right? Like, of course, I've never been to America. For those who don't know, I've only been to Europe, Africa, and now Asia too. But when we went on our way back, we had was one tiny section where we flew over Alaska, like right at like the edge of Alaska. So technically, I've flown over America, even though Alaska is like kind of far away from the normal parts of America. But it was still kind of cool though. As well as of course, because planes, at least the company that I went with, currently does not fly over Russia. Because there's currently war going on there. So we had to like take like a pretty big loop around it, and that ended me up in Alaska for like a couple minutes. Not a couple minutes, probably a little longer than that, but just right over the edge. It was kind of cool. I never really been anywhere close to that before, so that's one new experience too. But anyways, that's about it for that. Let's get into some stuff. Okay, so MrBeast, man. Okay, so once again, I left for my trip to Japan, and suddenly I hear the news that Chris Tyson got exposed as a pedophile. Which Chris Tyson, if you don't know who it is, he's a member, was a member of MrBeast's crew. One of the core members, actually. MrBeast often has credited Chris as being his first ever subscriber. For MrBeast, we all know who MrBeast is. 300 million plus subscribers. To be the first subscriber of that, of 300 million plus, that's huge. So he's been there since day one. They knew each other in high school and stuff. Yeah, so he got exposed as a pedophile. He's been in tons of videos. He's worked a lot with the channel, and of course, that MrBeast is known to be a squeaky clean profile. He always gives away money. Everyone's always happy with MrBeast. But now this definitely damaged his reputation. But it got much worse. But let's first talk about Chris Tyson a little bit. So he got exposed as a pedophile, as I said once again. He basically suddenly at some point someone started posting like messages of Chris years ago with some underage kids. Like apparently he had like a Discord server with a bunch of minors in it, and he was apparently making like weird sexual jokes often in there, as well as sharing like hentai or something with the kids in it. Like it's kind of fucked up. And he's made a bunch of weird, inappropriate sexual jokes, to kids. And as an adult, you just can't do that, bro. So he also got exposed for owning literal like art of like a minor, like hentai or something. I don't even know what it was, but he got exposed for literally just owning a piece of like literal fucking hentai of like literally like a kid, bro. Like what the fuck? So he even hung that up in his house. Like, it was literally on like videos and YouTube videos. He literally just have it hanging in his fucking room or something. So that was very weird. So he got exposed for all of that, and then of course people started to kind of wonder, MrBeast, did you know about any of this? And it was a tough situation, of course. And once again, MrBeast has a very good reputation, right? People always love MrBeast. Right now, it's not like that anymore. MrBeast definitely could not have seen any of this coming. I doubt it. So he is completely in shambles. But what happened next? So MrBeast did officially release a statement. He said that he was disgusted by the behavior and that Chris had officially been kicked off the team, which he already had been more inactive recently. But now he's just fully gone. And people still wonder though, like, did MrBeast know about any of this? How long did he keep him around like that? It was kind of a tricky situation, but at the end it was like, okay, well, Chris got fired. You know, MrBeast is doing everything he can to, you know, kind of like, you know, keep his reputation clean. And, you know, that was kind of it. But then suddenly, Dogpack404, this YouTuber, made a video called "I worked for MrBeast. He's a fraud," and that completely blew up. And suddenly, you know, he started going like completely crazy on MrBeast. Now he made 3 different videos right now, and one of them, the 2 of them are 50 minutes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch them because this is I just didn't care to watch all that, but I did get, you know, most of the information. So basically, Dogpack404 claims that he used to work for MrBeast, and there was just this whole drama, and that he basically called him a fraud. And this is completely unrelated to Chris Tyson. Well, of course, it's still suspicious that he kept Chris Tyson on the team if he knew he was a pedophile. So that was still kind of weird, though. But this is about a completely, you know, something new, right? So once again, he's calling him a fraud, and he basically in this video goes on about exposing MrBeast for faking videos. That was basically the main thing. Also hosting illegal lotteries, which, you know, the illegal lotteries are like basically because MrBeast did like a bunch of like merch giveaways. That's one of those things, and in these giveaways, he basically, I guess Dogpack404, the guy that made the video, he tried to like say that he was kind of like manipulating kids into giving him money, because in these giveaways, he would basically say like, okay, if you buy one of these shows right now, you have a chance to win a PlayStation or something. And, you know, stuff like that. So then, you know, people will buy these shirts, and apparently that's like an illegal lottery, you know, according to certain rules. I mean, I don't really know the specifics of all those rules, but I mean, if you really want to know all the details, you should definitely watch those videos. Once again, Dogpack404. But yeah, so lots of exposing here. And, you know, faking videos is one thing. I mean, MrBeast has a lot of insane videos. I mean, I did think they were real, to be honest. I mean, I didn't think he was faking stuff, especially because he also claims that he doesn't fake anything. But, you know, there's quite a bit of evidence in these videos that definitely allude to him faking videos, okay? Like, nothing, like, maybe some stuff is real, some stuff definitely is not, okay? There was even some behind-the-scenes footage that he showed. Anyways, he dropped another one, you know, once again, I was just talking about the first 15-minute video. Now he dropped a second video that's already 4 weeks ago as well. Then he titled this one, I work for MrBeast, he's a sociopath. And here he exposed MrBeast for even worse stuff, being that he apparently had more than one pedophile, you know, working for him. Apparently there's this one guy called Delaware is his nickname, and he's literally a registered sex offender who worked for MrBeast for quite a while. And he was also like the cousin of one of the other crew members, and, you know, they all knew about this. Everyone knew about him. They even joked about, you know, the guy in certain videos, but we just didn't know what the fuck it meant. But now we do, because Dogpack404 exposes it. And, you know, it was just crazy. Like, he just literally had this pedophile that's working for him. And, you know, that's bad, because, I mean, he makes a lot. And once again, MrBeast is like more of a kids channel nowadays, but like most of the audience is very young, right? So most of his viewers are kids. You know, to have a pedophile around that circle is kind of wild. Because he literally is a registered sex offender. You can find him online, and his victim was like between the age of 1 to 11. That's what it said on the document. So that's kind of bad. Especially because they also make videos with kids sometimes. Like, you know, there's videos with kids in them. So that was kind of wild to hear. And also in this video, there's also an interview with Jake Weddle, which is one person who used to work for MrBeast too, I think, and one of the and he was in one video that eventually got scrapped because they canceled it halfway through or something. But basically, he was in a video or something that was like spend 100 days in solitary confinement and get $1 million or something. I'm pretty sure that was what the video was. And eventually he had to quit halfway through because MrBeast he was not getting treated well in this challenge. Apparently they kept the lights on 24/7, which is a literal war crime, apparently. So they kept the lights on 24/7. They didn't want to turn the lights off whenever he went to sleep, because then it would ruin, like, you know, the footage, you know, the time lapses. So he literally had lights on 24/7. He was going crazy in that video, and he got emotional talking about it because Dogpack interviewed Jake Weddle, the guy I'm talking about, and, you know, he got quite emotional talking about it, and apparently he was pretty traumatized by all that. So that's just another layer to this whole situation. Anyway, so after all the stuff came out, once again he had another pedophile working for him. There's a lot of stuff came out about his poor work, the poor conditions in his challenges, and as well as faking videos. Mr. Beast's reputation right now is tainted. Okay, it's absolutely tainted. Like, people do not view him the same way anymore. Pretty sure his subscriber growth also slowed down like quite a bit. But he's still uploading though. He still makes 100 million plus views, but he hasn't uploaded in 2 weeks right now. But he takes a while for videos. That's all the news we have right now on that, I think. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and also, oh yeah, right, MrBeast also sent Dogpack404 like a cease and desist. Basically, he's gonna sue Dogpack, is what he was basically alluding at. So the lore is crazy, and there's a lot of stuff going on. MrBeast even like sent all his employees like an email about all this stuff and how they're trying to keep the workspace good, and he basically appointed like a new CEO as well, or COO. I don't even know what the difference is, but yeah. So Dogpack404 is still working on more videos to expose MrBeast. But yeah, this really came out of nowhere. Once again, MrBeast's reputation was just normal. Everything was good. He just hit 300 million subscribers. He just did one of the biggest videos ever with like 100 YouTubers or something. Huge collaboration that was. And then suddenly Chris Tyson gets exposed, and then suddenly all this stuff comes out, and it's just not looking good, right? Once again, his reputation is definitely tainted. People do not view him the same anymore. Let's just say it like that, all right? He will forever be associated with this sort of stuff now. So it'll be interesting, though, because we haven't really heard an official response from MrBeast. I mean, we know he's suing Dogpack, and that's all we really know right now. Also, there was a lot of drama on his videos because, like, people were saying that he was, removing comments. They were talking about the situation, and a lot of his comment section is quite weird now because, of course, a lot of people are commenting about all this sort of stuff. First Chris Tyson, then of course faking videos. So they were basically saying that he was deleting comments. I don't know if that was proven or not, but he definitely has some sort of stuff going on with his comment section right now that's basically heavily filtering it to try to keep it as clean as possible, because this man cares a lot about his brand. Okay, he worked a lot to get where he is today, and now it's all basically just falling apart. Let's just say it like that. Anyways, so that's really about it for the MrBeast situation. I mean, there's probably a lot more to it, but I don't really, once again, I haven't really kept up with everything about it. That is like the basics, which I just talked about, and we'll probably see this unfold more and more. It's definitely not over yet. Once again, if there's actually going to be a lawsuit, there's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to see, and I wonder where this will lead to. Once again, it's all very crazy, all these allegations and all these accusations that Dogpack404 is making, but they do definitely seem to have some legitimacy to them. Anyways, next topic I want to talk about here is the Charlie versus Sneako debate. Now, Charlie, better known as Moist Critic or Penguin Zero, also a big YouTuber. You guys know him. As Sneako as well. Sneako, you probably know him too. Red Pill, Andrew Tate follower kind of guy. Of course, I know he was way before Andrew Tate, but still, he's kind of like seen as like an Andrew Tate guy nowadays. But they've had a long history of arguments. I don't know if I talked about this before in the podcast, but they did have a big argument like a year ago, maybe already at this point, where I forgot exactly what the argument was, but basically it became a huge meme, right? So a lot of people know about the Charlie versus Sneako, rivalry, and they got into an argument once again. I forgot exactly what sparked it, but eventually they got into a debate, and they basically started debating on like the age of consent or something, and also like transgenderism. And basically, what happened was that Sneako is basically a guy that believes that the age of consent, should be like, he doesn't really believe in it. And they had a whole conversation about that. And the debate was crazy, right? Like, basically, Sneako literally said that basically like teenagers, like 15-year-olds or something, 14-year-olds, I forgot exactly what the age was, something around that age, should legally be allowed to marry like 21-year-olds if the parents agree, which if both parents consent, right? So if the parents of the 15, 14-year-old, they're like, oh yeah, let's go, let's fucking do it, and then it should be fine. Like, no, that's just weird, right? Never should a 14, 15-year-old marry a 21-year-old. This is weird. Anyways, so Charlie was basically debating Sneako on that, like, bro, no, that's just not, that should just not, that's just weird. That's literally like the 21-year-old is a fucking pedophile. Then Sneako is just doesn't really believe in that. And eventually they got into a topic of, okay, so what about, if a 15-year-old, what if they want to, take hormones, or like cut their fucking dick off to, be transgender, right? Basically, Nico was just saying, like, because Charlie does believe that children can make decisions like that, but he doesn't believe that they can make the decision to marry someone. Was basically the whole point Sneako was having. So Sneako literally said, so do you think that those teens should be able to cut their fucking dicks off? And Charlie was like, yeah, sure. If they want to, they can do that. Which, of course, out of context seems a bit weird, I mean, he's saying that a 15-year-old cannot make the decision to marry a 21-year-old, but they can make the decision to literally, permanently mutilate themselves, cutting their dick off to, like, be a transgender. Now, once again, I'm fine with, transgenders, but I don't think that children should be able to, make such decisions, because they're once again, they're life altering. And, I just don't think that, let's say, literally taking it literally what Sneako said, I don't think someone should be able to cut their dick off or like take, permanent, take like a lot of hormones and do like permanent irreversible damage that, I don't think people should be able to make decisions like that, before they can drink or drive. But in some cases you can actually drive at that age. I don't know. America rules are weird. Okay. I mean, here in the Netherlands, we can't really drive until we're 17 or 18. So forget what I just said there, because in America, it's like kind of crazy. But I was talking about like 18-year-olds. Okay. I think people should not be able to do that at like under 18 or maybe even 21 or something, or whatever the rules are on that. I don't really know, but it differs from country, man. But that's also what Sneako was talking about with the age of consent, because what really is the age of consent? That's really his argument always, because, in some states it's 18, some states it's 16. Japan up until a few years ago was 13, which is fucking crazy, by the way. So he always talks about that, which I don't really know why he's so obsessed with that, though. It's kind of a weird, thing to talk about that much. So a lot of people always think it's weird. And there's also this movie. I don't know if you guys know the movie Cuties. It was basically like a movie that literally sexualized children and also used child actors to do so. So it was literally like a movie for pedophiles, bro. It was literally about a movie about the sexualization of children, and they actually sexualized children in it in order to, I don't know, prove a fucking point or something. I don't know. It was very weird. But Sneako has literally called that like one of his favorite movies ever, and that he loves that movie. So it's a bit suspicious to like that sort of stuff. I mean, it's literally that movie is literally has like little kids like 10 years old literally twerking and stuff. That's an absolutely disgusting movie. And I think it was on Netflix even. So I don't know how the fuck that even, who fucking passed that, whoever said like yeah, let's drop that. Like, it was absolutely wild. So Sneako has been a known defender of that movie. For some reason, I really don't know why. I mean, he has a video on it. I never watched it though, where he's like, "I have a confession. Cuties is my new favorite movie" or something. I don't really know. I'm not even gonna watch that. This is weird. But Charlie always brings it up as well. He's talking about this stuff with Sneako. But so once again, to go back to what really caused the big argument here. Now, people mainly just. So once again, Sneako said that basically he thinks that like 14-year-olds should be able to marry 21-year-olds, and that basically got completely overshadowed by Charlie saying that 14-year-olds should be able to cut their fucking dicks off, okay? So that went completely viral. That clip of Charlie saying that went completely viral, and it completely overshadowed that Sneako was literally like promoting pedophilia right there. So, I guess that's what the internet is all about, right? Certain things get way more attention than the other thing. Well, they were both weird, but like Sneako's is a bit more questionable, I'd say. And Charlie did go on to explain this a bit more, because he doesn't actually believe that 14-year-olds should cut their dicks off. Okay, he was thinking that he thought that Sneako was just talking about like he thought that Sneako was just like over exaggerating it. He thought that Sneako just meant like being a transgender in general, which I don't know why Charlie would take it that way. But he does not actually think that kids should take hormones or should, cut their fucking dicks off, because that's not even like realistic, right? Like it's not even like you can't just walk into a hospital or something, or and just be like, yo, cut my dick off, right? I mean, I don't even know if an adult can do that, but especially if you're like a kid, like that's definitely not something that's, is easily to do, easily doable, right? Like that. So he thought that Sneako was just over exaggerating his point. So he thought that the question was more like, do you think that kids should be able to be like a transgender? I guess it was more like the question that Charlie, had in mind. So he was like, yeah, cool. I'm cool with that. So, once again, that went completely viral, and Charlie got a lot of hate for this. And, just like MrBeast, Charlie has got quite the squeaky clean reputation, right? He has never really gotten into any like bad water like that. A lot of people like he's a pretty lovable person all across the internet. But after this, he got so much hate. And once again, he explained it more that he doesn't actually think that kids should actually take hormones and do this sort of stuff, like he did say in that question, but he just interpreted the question wrong. Okay, so he does not actually believe that kids should do that, but it was a whole thing, and he actually when he was live streaming, the chat was just full nonstop hate about that, and he just got attacked everywhere online, and basically eventually he did make a video about it, and he was basically just once again talking about like Sneako literally said that 14-year-olds should be able to marry 21-year-olds. Okay, like that's like kind of like that's he felt it was crazy that everyone just ignored that and only started attacking him, which that point of Sneako is kind of wild. But yeah, so basically that whole situation, Charlie did eventually make a video about it once again, and it's all blown over now, but it did definitely have a wild impact on Charlie's career. Like seriously, like a lot of stuff randomly changed as soon as that debate dropped. And once again, he did, correct his statement. He does not actually think that, that teenagers should just cut their dicks off whenever they want. But people did think he meant that, but he did not. So, anyways, he got so much hate, and then suddenly he stopped live streaming as well. He suddenly quit his podcast because he's been running a podcast for like 6 years or something, and he actually took a step back from that. He's not part of the team anymore, so he's been uploading kind of a little bit less. Actually, I don't know about the uploads. It feels like a bit less though. But anyways, he basically stopped streaming as well. So he's taken like kind of a step away from social media, not doing it as much anymore. And I don't think it has anything to do with the debate with Sneako, but it was just unfortunate timing, because now a lot of people are like, oh, he stopped live streaming because of Sneako. He left the podcast because of Sneako. Like, no, it was just unfortunate timing, because Charlie has actually been very active online for like the better part of his life at this point. And he was actually kind of taking a step back. Still very active, of course, but he's taking a step back on all the content. And he doesn't really enjoy live streaming as much anymore, he said. It felt more like an obligation than, something he would just do for fun. So he doesn't really do it anymore now, live streaming. He will only do it like once in a blue moon, like pretty rarely. He'll still go out of his way to live stream something. But so that was just a whole wild situation, bro. Like the whole Sneako Charlie debate. Like usually Charlie, once again, always stands his ground, always loved by everyone. But this is really... mixed, got some mixed opinions and a lot of hate towards him, which is something I've never seen before. So yeah, that whole debate was just crazy. And now, once again, it's been cooled down. No one really cares about this stuff anymore. But it's definitely, there's definitely an era of Charlie before that debate and after. Now that he left the podcast and even stopped live streaming, it was just kind of a wild timing, and just the whole wild situation all together. Anyways, that's really all I had to say for that. Next topic, man. The Olympics, right? The Olympics also were a thing this year. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really follow the Olympics that much, but I did see the memes. Okay, now I don't really have that much to talk about for the Olympics, but I just want to say that one Turkish guy, bro. I mean, y'all know who I mean, all right? There was literally like for the sport shooting, which apparently is a sport now. I didn't even know it was a sport, but basically, a lot of people have crazy ass equipment to try and aim as good as possible, right? They have like wild ass glasses, like fucking shooting goggles, and they're like trying to be like really precise with it. There was just one guy who just had like a regular outfit on and just normal glasses and just had his eyes open, and he was just literally with a hand in his pocket. He came from Turkey. He was representing Turkey, and he literally just like he got second place. He got silver medal in the fucking shooting, and it went absolutely viral, right? There's been quite a few memes about that sort of stuff. But I just thought it was hilarious, bro. Like, shout out to that guy. And the whole Olympics was kind of cool. I mean, I didn't really follow it. Actually, it wasn't really even that cool because there's a lot of drama about it. I just thought the memes were cool. There was a lot of drama with the Olympics opening ceremony, where there was like some like sort of fat ass person like trying to represent like Jesus or something. I don't even know what that was, but like it was very weird. They're trying to like do like the Last Supper or something, but like in a very weird, a very weird way. There was also some guy that was like fully blue or something. I don't know. It looked kind of weird. So the opening ceremony got a lot of hate, but there's also Snoop Dogg. So the Snoop Dogg was like a good thing about the Olympics. We had bro, constantly, he had like the torch in his hand, I think. Snoop Dogg. So shout out to him, bro. He was there the whole Olympics, and he was like all doing all sorts of different stuff. That guy is really just doing side quests at this point. There was also a whole debate. This is like the last thing I'll talk about the Olympics. I don't really have that much to say once again. But there was also this whole debate about like a transgender boxer or something. And I don't even know. Like everyone thought that they were transgender for some reason. But then eventually they turned out not to be. I don't really know the full details. But basically people were very mad that someone was beating women in the women's boxing. Like this one person was just doing really well, and they like beat someone, and everyone got really mad. They were saying that there was like a transgender or something. But then apparently it was not a transgender. So I don't even know. Like the whole internet was like hating on her for like a couple days. And then everyone loved her because she was apparently not a transgender anymore. I don't even know, bro. But apparently it is just a woman, not actually a guy. Because if it is a guy, I don't believe in that transgender women should compete against actual women. Other way around too. Although that doesn't really happen from my knowledge. But yeah, I don't believe in that sort of stuff. So if it was actually like a transgender, then it would be kind of sad because of course, I mean, the actual women just wanted to do their sports, and then suddenly they get beat up by someone who's just more superior than them. Literally, that's just genetics, bro. But yeah, that apparently was not the case, and apparently it was just a normal woman. So I don't really know where all the hate came from. So I mean that's that, bro. That's all you got to say about the Olympics. Next thing, Kanye West, bro. We gotta talk about Kanye West a little bit. Now he dropped a new album at the start of the month, Vultures 2. It got pretty poor reception, right? I mean, I actually liked it quite a bit. I think there's a lot of bangers on there, but it was pretty unfinished. The mixes were not that good, but eventually he did fix most of the mixes. Still, not everything is perfect though. But the main issue I have, I mean, it was a completely unfinished album. Okay, like it was not finished at all. But Kanye said he was just tired of, keeping. He was tired of having to constantly delay it, and then he just wanted to drop it. So he just dropped whatever he had, I guess. And one thing that bothers me the most is that he actually used AI. Okay, there's literally an AI Kanye West verse on the song Sky City, which is just bad, right? I mean, come on. But that's not really the news I'm talking about right now. Although it kind of has to do with it. There was some news that apparently Kanye West is completely addicted to nitrous oxide. That apparently he has some like evil dentist that's literally feeding him nitrous oxide. Once again, nitrous oxide is like some sort of like, I don't even know. It's like some sort of like gas. Like I think it's like what people like huffing like those balloons or something. I don't even know, but like some sort of like gas, and he basically had like some sort of like a mask on, just like huffing that shit. And that shit kills your brain, bro. Right? Like that shit is not good for your health. I mean, most drugs in high amounts are not good for your health. Some in small amounts even not. But yes, he would basically he's on that stuff a lot apparently. And people are speculating that it completely turns his brain to mush and that he can't like think normally anymore. And that's why his recent 2 albums have gotten, the poor reception that it did, and why they sound worse compared to his other work, that he just can't make good music anymore because of his addiction to this fucking drug. And that's something that randomly got revealed by one of his employees who just really said like that Kanye West completely is hooked on the nitrous. And that he has this evil dentist that apparently has been taking advantage of Kanye West, and has been literally like suggesting him the nitrous oxide. Apparently the dentist was just like, yo man, you need to buy this stuff, you need to take this stuff. And apparently he's just literally gaining hella money from manipulating Kanye West like that. Now I don't really know the details once again of the whole situation. I don't know Kanye personally or anything, so I'm just going off whatever we saw. And if all this is true, which it does seem to be, because there's even videos of Kanye West literally like doing nitrous and stuff. So I mean, that's just bad, bro. It's just sad to see. That's if it's actually true that this actually has like affected his brain, and that's the reason for his wild albums recently. then that's very sad. And I hope that he's able to quit, because I mean clearly if he has actually gotten to this point where he's literally being manipulated by his dentist to fucking get addicted to nitrous oxide, hopefully he can somehow get into like a better circle of people that actually will help him, actually care about him. But he does need to be doing a little better right now, because he was having a listening party in South Korea recently. And if you don't know what a listening party is, right? I mean, basically it's like a show, but like it's not actually a show. So he's not actually performing, but they're just playing the album, and there's kind of like standing on the stage or wherever they're at. They're just kind of standing there and just like moving around and doing cool stuff with like cool effects. It's basically just that, just a listening party. But in this listening party, he actually did perform, right? It's the first time he's performed in a while, I think. He's picked up a mic, and he suddenly started rapping like his whole catalog. He went from like the start to the finish. He raps like 74 different songs, I think. And it was like over 3 hours long. We did skip a lot though. Okay, he didn't actually perform the full 74 songs fully. A lot of it was also like where he was literally just like he would play like 1 minute and be like, all right, next. He was literally like speed running his whole discography, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully he's doing better again. He apparently also said that the listening party there inspired him to work on a new album again. So hey, that's cool, man. They got a lot of positive reception, so that's cool to see. But yeah, hopefully once again the whole drug situation with the nitrous, hopefully that somehow gets fixed, bro, because if he's actually still hooked on that stuff, that's kind of sad. Anyways, man, the next topic here, I want to quickly discuss this sleeping record stream, right? There's this guy called Norme, and he, for some reason, he thought, I have a good idea. Let's try to beat the record for staying awake the longest. Okay, so this guy basically started up a stream, and it was titled "Beating the World Record for Staying Up the Longest." And the record is like 12 days or something. So this guy literally has streamed himself staying up for 12 fucking days straight, and that is not healthy. Okay, like I personally, I'm not the best sleeper. Okay, I've stayed up a couple nights. Not a couple nights, as in multiple days, but I mean I've stayed up. Some nights I stay up fully. I don't really pull all nighters all that much anymore. I used to way more, but nowadays, not as often. But the max I've stayed up for is like 44 hours or something, and like 12 days is like 260. So I don't even know how that's like humanly possible. I mean, it barely is, because this stuff, like people would like die of this stuff, man. Like if you have like if you don't have like professional help there for you, you can actually fucking die. Like seriously, and even like even if you don't die, if you do survive, this has like a lot of like long-lasting health effects. Okay, this really could give you like deep insomnia and stuff, because the official record in the Guinness Book of World Records is about like 260 hours, and that was set by some guy in like the 60s or something. I don't even know when, maybe like the 70s. I have no clue. Anyways, it was quite a few decades ago. And this was an official Guinness World Record, and he actually had like professionals with him at all times, monitoring him and stuff. And after he did this, also Guinness Book of World Records, I just fucking butchered that. But the Guinness Book of World Records basically said like, okay, we're not taking any submissions for this anymore because it's just too dangerous. Okay, I mean, if they still did take submissions, I wonder how many people would actually be trying that shit. It would just be bad, bro. Like we just have like. Every year we'd have like a new story of like this guy tried to stay up 15 days for a world record and he fucking died. That would be like a yearly fucking thing at that point. But they banned the fucking record basically. Doesn't take new submissions anymore. But this guy still went for it anyways. To try and get some views, because I mean he was a kind of a small YouTuber. I mean not that small, but he's like decently sized. Like I think he had like 1 million subscribers or something. But yeah, he just went for it, man. He just completely went crazy. And eventually he did get banned though, because after like 8 days or something, the people like caught onto it and they were like, "Yo, what is this guy doing?" And he completely went viral on Twitter. I mean, we saw videos of him like literally acting like a zombie. Okay, like he was literally almost passing out and stuff, and like he just had friends like poking with a broom and throwing water in his face just to keep him awake. So, and there was definitely no professionals around, okay? They even had called, like, the cops on his house. Some people in his chat even called, like, the cops on his house, like, twice. And the cops were just like, okay, what the fuck? They didn't really know what to do with it. But yeah, that's just an insane situation right there. And he did eventually beat the record, but he did get banned on YouTube for it because of course YouTube doesn't. This is literally you could class this as self harm. Okay, like you do not want people to be promoting this stuff on YouTube. Like you're not allowed to do this sort of stuff. So basically, he got banned on YouTube on like day 10 or something, and then eventually he went over to like Twitch or something. He got banned there too. He went over to Kick. Even Kick banned him. Okay. He got banned like on every single streaming platform. I don't know how he eventually hit it. Maybe on like TikTok or maybe I don't even know, bro. But he eventually did. He beat the record, 261 hours, I think it was, in like 20 minutes. And then he finally went to sleep. So he slept for like fucking like 35 hours straight or something. I don't even remember. If he did like a sleeping stream as well, but. Yeah, fucking crazy guy, bro. Like seriously, don't try this at home, right? This literally seriously has long-term health effects. It's very bad for you. Definitely do not recommend any of that sort of stuff to any of you guys. Stay safe out there, for real. But yeah, he did do it, and he completely went viral for it. But now, like everyone kind of hates him because he was kind of seen as like he's kind of seen as like someone who just did that for the attention. And of course, I mean, in this day and age, social media. Everyone will do anything for a bit of attention, even staying up for 12 fucking hours to ruin your fucking brain permanently. So that's that about the sleeping stream. Crazy as shit. One thing that just happened yesterday, okay, the Minecraft movie trailer just dropped, okay? Apparently there's been a Minecraft movie in the works for like 10 years. I didn't even know about it until like the trailer dropped. We got an official Minecraft movie teaser. And I don't know, man. It looks kind of weird. I mean, we have Jason Momoa dressed really weirdly. He looks like a fucking, like, I don't even know. He's like a pink shirt, like a pink jacket on, and he just looks like some sort of fucked up Barbie. Anyways, the art style that they went for in this movie is really strange, bro. I don't even know. How did this take them 10 years? Seriously. It looks like one of those like Minecraft in real life videos. But then I don't know. It just looks weird, bro. Like they should have really just went with like the actual look in the game, but actually tried to like make everything like real life. Which I don't know. It looks alright, man. I don't think it's that bad. A lot of people are completely hating on it right now. I don't think it's that bad. But I don't know. I would have maybe preferred if they just stick to like more of the video game look of things, because now everything is just like actually almost like turned into like real life sort of stuff. Also, Jack Black is in it for some reason, and Jack Black plays Steve. Okay, Steve's like the main. I mean, Minecraft doesn't really have a main character, but like Steve's like the main skin, all right? So most people, whenever they load up into Minecraft, when they download Minecraft for the first time, their default skin is like Steve, and now Jack Black is like in the trailer, he's like, "I'm Steve," which he does not look like Steve at all, bro. They could have like done a bit better of a job at like casting that. Anyways, it looks kind of weird. I mean, I'm still gonna watch it. It's dropping sometime next year. In theaters 2025. I mean, it looks fine, right? I don't hate it that much as much as other people do. It looks kind of silly though, but I mean, I'm sure the kids will love it, of course. I mean, you got to remember that Minecraft is like a kids game, right? Mostly, okay. I mean, not to offend most people, but like I think most of the audience is kids. Of course, I'm not a kid anymore right now, which I'll get into later, by the way. It's my birthday a few weeks ago. But yeah, man, it's not looking too great, but we gotta remember the target audience. Okay, I'm sure the kids will love this, and I'm sure it will be at least be fun, right? Like I'm sure it'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to it. But it definitely has gotten a lot of hate. And while we're on the topic of Minecraft, we gotta talk about a certain stream, a certain Minecraft stream that's been happening. Oh, that's not been happening, but that happened. Basically, IShowSpeed and Kai Cenat, the two of the biggest streamers right now on the planet, they did a beating Minecraft hardcore stream, and it was one of the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. Okay, like this, it took them, okay, over 100 hours, 105 hours, 46 minutes, and 50 seconds to beat Minecraft. Okay, 105 hours. Okay. To beat Minecraft. They literally just streamed for like 100 hours straight, right? Like literally, they didn't even take any breaks. They just had to stream on the whole time. They even like slept, and they even just had like the stream on while sleeping, and they just kept playing. They just kept fucking dying, right? They had like 40 deaths or something in the end. Let me just check how much deaths they had. They had 42 deaths, 42 deaths until they finally beat it. And I do gotta say though, this stream was actually very cool, right? Like I tuned in a couple times. I didn't really watch it that much, but I tuned in a couple times because literally I would just wake up every morning and I would just see them still going. I would see them sleep and then get back on the grind. But they did not even leave that room until like until they fucking beat that game. But it was very cool though. They actually like made their rooms into like Minecraft themed. They really like a Minecraft themed room with like dirt blocks on the walls and stuff, and a tree, cobblestone, and some animals too. Like, and it looked very cool. And they even were wearing like Minecraft armor and stuff, like real life Minecraft armor. And they also had like the Minecraft bed whenever they were sleeping. They had like a Minecraft bed and also like Minecraft paintings on the walls and stuff. So the whole decorations looked very cool. But it was just an absolute joke, bro. Like 105 hours to beat Minecraft. Well, Minecraft Hardcore, though, I should say that. So shout out to them for doing that. But 105 hours is absolutely crazy, okay? The amount of times they died and they were so bad at Minecraft, it turned to an absolute meme, okay? Like, it went absolutely viral. This whole thing just went crazy. It's just super, super funny. Because you constantly see, if you go to MrBeast's channel, it's just like an 11-hour stream beating Minecraft Part 1, Part 2, 10 hours, Part 3, another 11 hours. It's constantly 11, 10-hour streams. To beat Minecraft, and it just went on like there for days, right? Like every day, just people would wake up and check if they're still going, and it was funny as fuck. But it was kind of sad that it took them that long, though. But yeah, to take it back to the Minecraft trailer, kind of funny. Those two Minecraft things happened at the same time, kind of. Because once again, I mean, it was kind of unexpected. Though. I don't know if anyone was like, I don't know if this has ever been like announced before, like the Minecraft trailer. But yeah, just once again, that's all I really want to say about that. It's Minecraft stuff. Just the ISO speed and guys and that streams were absolutely hilarious, bro. It took him 105 hours to beat Minecraft, man. It's diabolical. And Minecraft trailer suddenly dropped, literally yesterday. Actually, 2 days ago already at this point. So yeah, that's just funny, bro. I don't know. I really wonder how the full movie is gonna be. From the trailer, once again, it looks kind of meh. It looks kind of mid, but once again, I'm sure the kids will love it, and it's gonna be iconic though. I'll need to watch it for sure. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. One more thing I want to talk about regarding YouTube. There was some YouTube news, right? Some YouTube news. Cristiano Ronaldo made a YouTube channel for some reason. I don't know why, but he did, and he completely destroyed like all records, right? Like he is currently on 58 million subscribers in like 2 weeks' time, which is like record breaking, right? Like he apparently, I forgot the exact numbers, but I think it was something like it literally took him like 10 minutes or something to hit 100K. That's the fastest 100K ever, fastest 1 million ever. He also hit that. I saw this somewhere on Twitter. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. All right, I got the statistics right here. So yeah, he hit 100K in 22 minutes. Then he hit 1 million in 47 minutes. And then 10 million in 12 hours and 50 million in 7 days, right? So it took him 22 minutes for 100K, 47 minutes for 1 million. So he got 1 million subscribers in under an hour. And then 10 million in 12 hours. And then 50 fucking million in 1 week. Okay, like that's absolutely crazy. So he completely just destroyed every fucking YouTube record there is. And people were making memes about this, about how he's gonna, come for MrBeast, because of course, once again, as talked about previously, MrBeast is under a lot of fire right now. So people were, saying like, "Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo is gonna pass him." I mean, I already figured that what's actually gonna happen. Whenever he first made his YouTube channel, of course it was huge news, but now his subscriber count has already slowed down significantly. He's currently sitting at 58 million. I don't think he's hitting 100 million anytime soon. I mean, it depends on when you think soon is, but I think he maybe hit like 100 million in like, I don't know, maybe like a year or something, and maybe less, maybe like 8 months until he hits like 100 million. I don't know, maybe less, bro. I mean, maybe I'm underestimating him, but I don't think he's gonna hit. I don't think he's gonna surpass MrBeast though. Unless MrBeast like suddenly gets into way more drama and like loses all subscribers, I doubt it though. But yeah, I mean, to hit 100 million subscribers is already crazy, and then to even hit 200 million and 300 million, it's just only 2 channels have ever done that. Okay, so it's very difficult to hit 200 and even 300 million. So I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo has that in him. Maybe if he already had a channel, maybe if he had a channel since like 2010 or something, maybe he would be at that point, because he has like 500 million on Instagram or something. So I think it would definitely be possible. But since he just started it now, I don't think it would be possible. Anyways, we'll see though. But some more stats about that. The fastest channel to hit 100 million is Vlad and Nikki, which is some random kids channel, and it took them 1938 days. And the fastest to hit 200 million is T Series, took them 10 years, and fastest for 300 million is MrBeast, took him 12 years. So yeah, this crazy statistic, man. I still can't believe that it took this guy 1 week for fucking 50 million. That is just insane stats, bro. So shout out to Cristiano Ronaldo for that. And yeah, I mean, he's a YouTuber now, man. Cristiano Ronaldo is a YouTuber now, doing side quests. He's just like Snoop Dogg, just doing side quests. But he doesn't actually upload that much. In his first day, he uploaded like 10 videos or something. But now he already hasn't uploaded in 3 days. So he's slacking, man. He's behind on the schedule. Come on, Ronaldo, bro. Where's the daily uploads? Nah, but that's funny though. Once again, it's crazy record breaking right there. And the last thing I really want to talk about in this podcast, man, my birthday. Actually, I should have probably done this at the start, but yeah, it was actually my birthday. The 17th of August. For those that don't know already, and I turned 18 officially, so I'm no longer a kid, man. Officially an adult now, and yeah, it's been dire, bro. It's been dire. Turning old, there's nothing good about it, really. But it is what it is. You can't stop time. So I had a decent birthday, though. I did get I made a video on it. So if you really care about all my presents, you should probably watch that. My 17th birthday. I mean, 18th. I don't know why I said 17th. My 18th birthday, I think that's what the video is called. Yeah, I mean, I got like a bunch of like fucking alcohol as well. I guess that's like normal for when you turn 18. People just give you that. But also one notable thing is I got like 8 different books or something, and they were all like with tons of pictures from me throughout the year. So there was like a book for like 1 year old, and then like 2 years old, 3 years old, and then 4 to 5, 6 to 7 of stuff. So it was very cool. Like literally hundreds of pictures that my mom compiled into these little books. So that actually is a pretty cool gift. Maybe like my favorite gift I've ever gotten, any birthday ever. So hey, that's pretty cool. So hey, once again, 18th birthday, man. Yeah, kind of wild, not being a kid anymore. Because I still feel like a kid though. Like I don't know, this just feels like suddenly something has to like change, but like nothing really changes. But then you also kind of feel like stuck in your ways because it's like, why does nothing change? Why do I still feel the same? Is that normal? I don't know. So I don't know, man. And the years just pass, and I don't know. Maybe I'll still feel the same when I'm 20. We'll see though. And that's basically all that I can really say about my birthday. One other thing that's going on in my life right now is, of course, summer vacation is currently over, and I'm actually searching for like a job, bro. Because I mean, I need to. Okay, my parents don't want me to do nothing, so, and I'm not in college anymore. I already finished that. I'm not going to study further because I hate school. So basically, I need to get a job, and it's not really going that well. I mean, I've applied to a lot of stuff. I mean, I cannot really get a great job though because I didn't really study anything. Well, I did study like graphic design, but I don't want to continue in that because first of all, I'm trash. Okay, I'm trash at graphic design. And I don't even like doing it. So that's not really a route for me to take. So now I'm literally just searching for like anything at all. So I've been applying to a lot of like just customer service stuff. And it's a hassle, man. Like just applying and then getting phone calls and you're having to like call people to be like, hey, yo, can I like work there? And then you have to like go on like a job interview in real life. It's just stupid. It's just fucking annoying. I don't really even want a job because it's gonna fucking suck. But I don't really have an option. So, yeah, what the fuck? It's just like being an adult, man. This life is really beginning, for real. Like, I don't know. It's just these obligations, and then you have to like take care of all this stuff, and it's just not great. But I can't really do anything about it, man. I just gotta get a fucking job and then fucking see. Because I mean, once you get a job, like what then? You just do it. You just do the work, and then you get paid, like, and that's it. Like, there's nothing fucking to it, and it's just fucking boring. I don't even like anything, so I don't even know, like, how I'm supposed to, like, ever enjoy, like, a fucking job or something. It's just, I don't know, I just need to get used to life changing, I guess. It's a new chapter, man. And that's all I could really say about that. But I did actually get a job. Okay, I got scammed, right? So I got seriously scammed. So I've been searching for hella jobs, right? I've been applying everywhere, and I've been having actually kind of trouble getting one, surprisingly. And I actually, like 2 weeks ago, I got one, right? And actually last week, I literally got a job. They were like, okay, we'll take you. We'll take you. And they were talking about like, they were asking me if I had like any other like stuff open, if I was like looking for anything else. well, not looking, if I just had any like other things planned. And I was just telling them like, oh, I did have like another like a job interview somewhere next week, and they were like, okay, oh, that's cool. Just call us after that, and then tell us, what you think. And I was like, all right, cool. They accepted me, and I'm just gonna do that other job interview as well next week, just to for fun, and then call them after, and then I can get started. So I had the job interview this week, this second one, it was cool. And then I called them. I was like, all right, yo, I can get started, man. I can start working there, because I thought I was like, all right, yo, I'm in. And I just went to this other job interview. They told me to finish that before I make a decision. So I just called them, and they literally told me that they already found someone else. Like, what do you even mean? They literally told me that I could just go on the other interview and just see and then call them and tell them what I'm thinking and if I can start or not. They literally told me that I can just like do that. And they didn't say that it might, the job spot might be fucking filled, and suddenly they just don't have a fucking spot anymore. So I was just fully convinced I was just chilling. I thought I was locked in to the fucking job, and I would just go there, and then they would just like give me the fucking job, and then that it didn't matter. But suddenly they just fucking filled it with someone else. Like, I don't know how that fucking happened, but it's a fucking scam, bro. I feel like I've been robbed. So I don't know. I'm kind of pissed off about that. So now suddenly I thought I was locked in. Now I suddenly need to like fucking apply the stuff again, and just the whole fucking cycle over and over again. So yeah, it's annoying. Let's just keep it at that. Anyways, that's all I want to say in this episode, man. Struggling currently with life, but it is what it is. Gonna keep going, I guess, because what else can you do? And it's also almost 2025, man. I mean, not almost, but it's still a couple months away, and then it's already halfway to 2030, which is diabolical, right? Time is moving way too fast, and I mean, I don't know. When I look back at all the years, man, I'm really like thinking, like, what have those years really meant? Honestly, not that much. Okay, so I don't know. Hopefully, the second half of the decade will be better, but we'll see. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this podcast episode, though. Hopefully, you guys have a good rest of your weekend, your month, I guess. And I'll see you in the next first Saturday, which is the 5th of October. All right, yo. Well, once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know. Never mind. Let me know what you think in the comments. I mean, I don't know. Spotify doesn't really have comments, but I don't even know how much people listen to this on Spotify. Anyways, if you're on YouTube, man, let me know what you think about the episode in the comments, man. Let me know what you think about the Minecraft trailer and all sort of stuff, and about the MrBeast situation. Anyways, I'm gonna head off now. So, see ya.